empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar.
brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. Going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. Going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Just saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at, bro. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap, though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
You are from the westerns, my father Batimas. Let's draw, gunslinger.
Oh, you got a lot to learn, cowgirl.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the kill.
There's one.
Sorry about that, folks. A lot of tech difficulties right now. And by tech difficulties, I mean confusing things happening all at the same time.
Yeah,
Very long story summed up. This is Trailblazers Blue, a team that we were playing a while ago where what had happened was all 5 of our competition PCs on that circuit flipped. That tripped. So we couldn't play.
yeah, and this is the continuation of that game.
So we lost map 1 as WCU. So now we're in map 2 on Walsh Point, Gibraltar. However, we can't call for a pause right now because they're all mid-fight.
Uh-huh.
And we are specking the wrong team, even though we're supposed to be specking only one.
Yeah, so we can't really show you what's happening.
We can't show you what's happening. We're also not going to discuss what's happening, Spoon. Because
Yeah.
we really want this to be... I mean, Trailblazers Blue, they have been the kindest team to us. They allowed us to reschedule. They allowed
allowing
us,
this reschedule.
They allowed the reschedule. They worked very well with us to figure this all out. And they're also, even with a different roster playing tonight.
Yeah, they
a
allowed
different
us
order,
to use
they
a different
kept-
roster.
They allowed us to use a different roster, same map, same bands as what we chose last time. So, very kind of them. We'll let you know with we're just typing in text chat
Yeah.
to the other spectators, by the way. Sorry, I should give you guys some context as to what that noise is, because it's a lot of clicking coming through.
We're just letting them know that we're specking the wrong team and we're not showing the other team's perspective.
Yeah, we'll just let you know when there's about a minute left on the clock. WCU is attacking first.
Mm-hmm.
They're not quite to the checkpoint, but they're pushing right now.
Yeah.
So they're closing in on it, but I have a feeling the Trailblazers will get there to touch. They won't get there to touch, so it's going to be a reset for Trailblazers, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Because they're all going to have a chance to regroup, both sides. All 10 players will have a good regroup here. Rip, sorry, that's so real.
Yeah, we do have WCU running the same roster that we saw them run last night
yeah.
with Majarshan on tank and Google as support. And I like this roster lineup a lot better. WCU is able to play a lot more as a team when running this, and we saw that a lot last night.
And so I wasn't in the casting room last night. I was out there listening to the team play, figuring out what was going on. And something that I noticed was... Yeah, so anyway, from what I was hearing last night, which I stayed out, I didn't come into the casting at all, but WCU seemed to be listening because something that happened last night that hasn't happened throughout the season, the tank was calling the shots,
Yeah.
which is a drastic change of pace for how to play this game. when you have the tank calling the shots and telling you where to go, how to run things, what to do, when you have that shot caller, that primary central point, your team starts to really succeed.
Yeah, and I feel like the fly on the wall yesterday said it best. This is a team game. You need to play it as a team. They're gonna do so much better when you just have like communicating that and getting all of that across and being able to focus in on one person, get them out of the fight, and then continue the fight. It makes it a lot more competitive and honestly a little easier when stuff like that is happening.
Oops, that was a Steam screenshot. I was trying to figure out. So he swapped spectators, but I'm locked on one person on the opposing team now. I tried that. I tried everything.
What did you do?
That was Corbin swapping the spectators. Yeah, so right now we can't do anything. Let me see.
Open up spectator settings.
Options. Controls. Spectate.
Okay. Control O.
So yeah, we're just gonna not have anything. The WCU still on the attack, about halfway over.
Hunting them down.
We're just gonna not worry about it. Hopefully it resets as we get into the
The side
the
swap.
side swap. WCU has 2 checkpoints. They're looking to make their way towards 3, but good fight from both teams overall. Like,
Yeah.
even with us talking and not really paying too much attention because we would slip up and talk about the game. And again, we're trying to keep this as fair as possible, and not cause any discrepancies. This has been a good battle between both teams, and this is something that I don't think that necessarily either team was really ready for to start out the night.
Yeah, I mean, no one is really diffing anyone. And
There's a bit more damage coming from the DPS of Trailblazers, to be sure.
but like, it's still close. Like, with the other aspects of the game considered, no one's really outperforming anyone else.
It's not one major outclass versus another. It's a couple of pushes either way. But it looks like WCU, unless there's a touch from Trailblazers, they're going to get to the point.
Yeah, it looks like
Or
they
they're gonna
are
get-
getting to
oh my
3 points
gosh.
here.
Overtime, 0.7. Okay, we got
Yep.
down to 0.0. It went to overtime. Round 1's complete. WCU 3-0, or got all 3 checkpoints. They escorted it fully to the end. We'll see if this works.
They do not have a lot of time left. When you run out of time or you're below a minute, if it goes to overtime, it auto defaults to 1 minute. So WCU is going to have 1 minute left if it goes to overtime.
Yeah.
And I mean, the hope is that Trailblazers is in a similar position or don't make that checkpoint.
Yeah, as WCU, yeah, that's what you're hoping for. If you're Trailblazers, you're obviously hoping to try and
Or
get there with
if you're
more
hoping
time.
for a good game.
Or if you're hoping for a close, hard-fought series, yeah, you're hoping for one of these teams, or you're hoping for both of these teams to hit that final checkpoint. And we are speccing the correct team.
Let's go!
Oh my goodness, now we can get the video on screen for you guys instead of whatever happened. But while we do this, we're going to go over to Overwatch. We're going to change the overlay as well. WCU is,
I believe you just swapped it to the wrong side.
I did.
Yeah.
We had it right. The reason why it looked wrong is because the colors were,
Yeah, the colors are
the
inversed.
default team colors are inversed, which you can't do anything about.
Yeah. So WCU's default color is red and Trailblazers is blue.
But they're inverted in the game right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we were talking about, I love. Oh, that's a thing that most people on this team dislike. Is Ball.
Yeah, Ball is a very good dive character, and very good at peeling a team apart.
And it's, as we've seen in practice too, they're very good at peeling WCU's team apart.
Yeah,
no less.
Trailblazers is running a like half dive comp because they also have that Freya to be able to play some distance.
And they also, here's another thing, is they have that quicker respawn as opposed to Western too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge differential in favor of Trailblazers. But that's a huge stagger onto Human as well.
Yeah, that human stagger is very big.
Oh, and the ball stun in mid.
If they're able to get the Moira or Ball here with that human stagger, that'd be pretty awesome.
Human's going to be back, though, too soon for
Yeah.
that to really be a big impact. But a big stun on the Moira, who will escape. Toaster finding Game Apple.
And then Fench just fighting against this hamster. And the hamster's so low.
And the
Medj
hamster got knocked
able
out
to
by
get him
Medj.
down.
And that's a great pick for WCU because even though they're fighting against 2 DPS and 2 supports, they can keep this stagger. The issue is Ball is able to get back so quick.
Yeah, right here is probably one of the best positions for Cart when you're playing defense because they really only have 2 places to get to that cart, and it's straight under that bridge or dropping down from on top of that bridge. That's their only 2 options. And if you can just play either one of those very well, you can lock them off of cart.
Good immo field from Corbin to keep himself and his team alive, but there's a ball ult in the
Ooh.
back lines on cart.
Yeah, laying into Corbin there. But, I mean, they were also... Western was able to get that Moira down, leaving the ball without support right now. It's just that Juno, and they had to back off.
And Juno lost LOS onto the ball. I'm liking this pressure that Major's putting.
2
Oh!
ults getting popped right there. Medj getting 1, but the Venture's able to dig away. They have that just mobility. And that fade was very big at getting them away from keeping that Moira alive. It looks like Medj is about to go down here, allowing Trailblazers to hit that point pretty hard. It's
Nope.
kind of just Fench stuck there.
Now it's Game Apple trying to come in and just maybe look for a touch. with
I don't
not
think
much.
the touch is really worth it.
I don't think so either. I think WCU wants to hold up on this corridor, keep this choke
Yes.
point alive.
I know you guys didn't see last round, but actively, I believe WCU is up on time for where the position of the cart is.
It's very tough though because I wasn't paying any attention to time. I was trying to keep myself from accidentally talking about the happenstance of the game.
Yeah.
It was a very weird situation, very tricky piece to be in, but that venture is becoming a problem for WCU, and that's something that's really,
but WCU was either able to get that cart in about the same time or a little bit faster.
But a big pick from Game
Yes.
Apple onto the Juno.
Medj is there without healers, though. He's probably going to
He
go
is
down.
dead.
Yeah. Game Apple's also going down. Google trying to stall this cart. But, I mean,
I would have liked
Yeah.
to see the Juno ult there just to force pressure.
I honestly wouldn't have. I think that would have been... I don't think that would have been pretty... I don't think that would have been good.
Ooh,
When
but the
there's
JQ
no one to
from-
play off of that,
Mej on JQ.
this is where I want to see the Juno ult. They're about to touch that point. The tank gets on site. You pop that Juno ult, give them the site pressure. Yeah.
And there it is.
Now WCU is really just able to play onto
Oh
this
my
site.
god!
But, I mean, just a crazy ult there from Freya and Moira, getting that entire team down there. And now WCU is in a tough spot with 3.5 minutes left. They're going to the last checkpoint. And I will say this is probably going to overtime.
Oh, and Mej back onto the Orisa.
Yeah, Orisa is a bit better than Junker Queen on this part right here.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he was going Junker Queen to get that extra mobility, try to get that last touch.
I think their game plan was try and stall out on that
But-
choke point, but right now,
the sustain on that Orisa is definitely more of what you want right here. You just need to win one team site, and then they're going to have to wait about a minute to be able to regroup and get... Oh, yeah, Google going down and Corbin going down, leaving just Medj to hold here.
Medj is going to get shredded, and that will put us to OT.
Yeah.
1 minute on the clock for WCU, 3.5 for Trailblazers. And this is this. If you're wondering if this looks familiar, we saw this last night with UND as well.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough spot for WCU. But I feel like with the full escort instead of the hybrid, it is a bit easier to get anything on the board. Unlike last night, UND was able to just lock down that site and not let WCU get close at all.
And what we saw is Western's defense on that first checkpoint was really, really sound. So now it comes down to, can they find that sound checkpoint again?
We do just need them to play a little bit of better offense right now.
Okay, there we go. I was going to say, are we going to be allowed to spectate? But we are. WCU going to be attacking first, so they need something huge here.
Yeah, they were on that first checkpoint. They weren't playing very offensive, and they have to do that here. I mean, one person getting off cart here, that's enough to end it.
It comes down to the first pick for either team right now.
And
because the checkpoints don't refresh anytime either, you have to get something quick.
Yeah, you have to just stay on that point, push them back a little bit, and push the cart as much as you can.
Especially with as much time as the Trailblazers have on the clock. 3.5 minutes.
Fenchbag able to get the Juno, which is very good for WCU here. And then
Medj chasing this Echo.
Yeah.
And the Sojourn off point. So now he has to get back, but he's going to be able to chase off this Ramatra now too.
Yeah, and now we're at the point where WCU cannot afford to get more than 1 or 2 people off of that cart at all.
Which we lost 2 right there. We lost Game Apple. We lost Google. WCU needs something big.
They have 10 seconds left. Medj getting a pick, dropping down onto cart, trying to stay alive, push it a little further. We see the invulnerability field from Corbin, keeping Medj up as long as
Medj
possible.
goes out. He's going to be gone for 10 seconds now. And WCU in a really tough spot. They have to find something. There's 2 more that fall. Fench finds Doc Gonzo. And now it's just Fench on point. Trying to stall out for as much as he can.
Yeah. And, I mean, just a second or two too late to allow Medj to get back onto that site.
So now it comes down. How well can WCU hold this first sight line? It is all or nothing. It is now or never. Either the Trailblazers open up the door and find themselves on match point, or WCU closes that gap and ties it back up.
Yeah, I honestly don't think WCU is able to get far enough to make this possible.
I'm not going to say it's out of the realm of possibility. It's going to be difficult. They are going to have to play the single best 3.5 minutes of Overwatch of their lives to keep this sight line.
Yeah, this is going to be very hard. But I mean, it's just, if they got it like to the halfway point, I'd say they can lock this down easy.
The issue is it's not
just
quite far enough under to hold.
Yeah, and it's
we saw them
very
early.
rough
They were
point.
able to hold in the middle. They needed to extend past it.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just right outside of their doors.
It's a tough ask for WCU, but it's not unlikely. It's possible.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to get at. It's a hard possibility, but it's possible. And I expect to see that ball coming back. I like the hit scan against that Freya. Oh,
And Bench going down immediately.
that is not what you need.
And then 2 dropping onto Game Apples.
Game Apple staying alive, but
Yeah,
WCU in a really hard spot.
WCU just trying to get a pick.
It's one
Make
last
this
sight line.
a little bit easier.
And that venture backlining is going to find Game Apple. Majarshan's a little stranded, but he has both healers now to focus on him. They find one.
Able to get
Bench
the
falls again.
Moira. I mean, they need to get this queen right here.
They have to get the queen taken out. There's no other option. And it's even worse when there's a backline from that Freya as well. And WCU now down one healer, down both healers. And
It's just Majarshan
on point.
getting ulted by Freya, and that's that.
That will do it. So it will be 4-3 for Trailblazers Blue in game number 2. So WCU now on the verge of getting swept. They need to find something. And I think that the choice is going to be popping back over to something that we saw last night. Maybe a new Junk City map 3
Yeah.
again. But we can only wait and see. Only time will tell. And that time will come up soon here at Western Esports.
in your words.